Bitcoin is almost at $100,000, and MicroStrategy is one of the hottest stocks lately. Look at this, from like $16 to 420. It's like a hockey stick, almost 3,000% return. And of course, Michael Saylor is getting a lot of publicity. But I got to say that because of what's happening around me in my life, I'm really changing my view on Bitcoin. I do own some Bitcoin, but I really wasn't, too hot about it. But like, I'm changing my view on it for several things. Well, one thing is the money, the fiat money that we're using right now. I mean, the governments around the world are just out of control. They're just out of control. It doesn't matter if you put Republican, Democrat into the office, whatever parties you have in your country, one thing is for sure. They will destroy the value of the currency by deficit spending, printing money. Like, it just doesn't matter if it's Trump going to the office or somebody else. One thing is guaranteed: the government will spend more money than it brings in. They will have deficit spending, and they will destroy the value of the currency. It's a guaranteed, right? So Bitcoin is, you know, it's an alternative that was born out of that, right? Also, I'm involved in a lot of, various private placements from here and there, and again, this banking system is just out of control. Like, they just think that they own the world and want to tell you who you can send the money to and who you can't. So let me give you an example. So I was in the middle of working on a private placement, or participated in a private placement, and you know when you participate in a private placement, you send money directly to the company. You wire the money through a banking system. You go to your bank or you go online and you wire the money to them, right? So different people wire money from different places. Some of them are US, Germany, whatever, all over the world, and they wire it to the company. I mean, it takes forever. It takes forever to do these wires. It might take a week to get them. Like we are in 2024, and a wire takes freaking 5 days sometimes to get there. I mean, it's outrageous. Okay. And but then on top of it, I have this one guy. I don't know exactly which country he's from, but I think he's from Europe. So he sends the wire and it gets rejected, right? Oh, we don't want to send the wire to this company. It doesn't matter. It's your money. Like, we're not going to do that. And then they reject it. So the whole thing gets delayed because the banker or the banking system says, nope, we're not sending it. So then what does he do instead? He sends it Bitcoin or crypto, and it gets there 5 minutes, 5 or 20 minutes. No questions asked. It just gets there, right? So it's like the system created this, right? The need for an alternative, because they're out of control. They're out of control. So I am, like I said, and also, like, on the brokerage side, right? So again, I participate in a bunch of private placements, and I have my shares in share certificates or DRS. And then let's say I want to deposit them into the brokerage account. I mean, it's a nightmare for me. It's a nightmare, especially that I have a YouTube channel and I talk about these stocks, they're forbidden stocks, right? So you try to deposit your shares, and then they're like, you know what? We're not going to deposit it. We have a new rule today. A new rule today: if the stock is not 50 cents US, we're not going to deposit them. So again, just out of control. Like they just want to control everything, right? So something like Bitcoin, like over the last few months, for the first time, I was like, when the time comes, I just got to put a bunch of money into it because I don't know what the banking system is going to do. I don't know what the brokerages are going to do, freeze everything I have just because they feel like it, right? So Bitcoin and these cryptos are just the answer to this out of control stupidity. So we'll see. And also, this whole thing with Bitcoin now at 100,000, it just feels different. It just feels different. I mean, yes, you have, people like Peter Schiff yapping all the time that it's nothing, it's going to go to zero. It feels different. It feels completely different this time. Before you saw ads about crypto and everything, this was more quiet. This was more quiet, and we're almost at the 100,000, and not too many people have any exposure to this asset class.